Hi Aquarius, here is a general look at your solar chart for May 2016, and this is Diana reporting to you from a snug little camper van parked somewhere in the mainland of Europe. Okay, so this month I just want to mention something I don't usually speak about for your sign, which is the planet Uranus, which of course is your ruling planet. And for several years now it's been in a really strong angle and a positive angle to your sun sign. So just a few words about that before I get on to the rest of the normal stuff of the month. Uranus is in a very favorable transit in an area governing communications, everyday meetings with people, everyday environment, education, in a social kind of context, your everyday environment. So not necessarily right on in your own backyard, but pretty close. So slowly, over this transit, this planet of excitement and unpredictability is going to be changing your mental perspective through maybe quite unusual, even exotic at times, daily encounters or other stimuli which are unfamiliar to you within a locality or within a series of environments even. And your perceptions will open up to new realities, and you'll be entertaining thoughts that you never had before, because that'll be based upon basically what you're observing, and you are the great observer of the zodiac. Your sign is connected to science and technology, of course, but also to the magical, the bizarre, the weird, and the wonderful in this world. So this is what you're going to be observing, and your habits will probably be changing, and your assumptions about people, places, life, certain concepts, they will definitely be changing with Uranus here. Rigid thinking will melt away, hopefully. Well, it usually does do that, Uranus, depending on, how stubborn you are, but it will do that, and perhaps just in some areas, and you'll feel excited about the new worlds that you are discovering, intellectually, physically, and emotionally. Of course, Uranus is the great humanitarian vibration as well, so maybe you'll get more interested in that side of things, or maybe you will get interested in the use of modern technology, or what's going on, with social media, that kind of thing, a little bit more. Science and technology, of course, is emphasized. Also, anything offbeat like astrology, naturopathy, or the occult, or perhaps crossing paths with an alien or two. So group connections, although I don't think they like being called aliens. I think it's probably more polite to call them off-planet beings, if we don't know their names, which usually we don't. So group connections are also well highlighted and interesting, even inspiring. So again, having a real, perhaps for some of you, a real strong social network through a certain group that you belong to, of kind of kindred spirits or kindred thinkers. Sometimes you may feel uncertain in your environment or with associates. You don't quite know, you feel like a fox in a flock. In a group of hounds, so it's best to just kind of keep a low profile. Their reality or knowledge is so different to your own, and so therefore you can lack confidence sometimes. That probably won't last too long. Uranus here could bring encounters with revolutionary thinkers, those who want to change society, who awaken others to new realities. But on the lower levels, you could cross paths, this can manifest as you crossing paths with somebody who is fanatical in their thinking, crazy, and who use violent ways to change society. That's another way it can work. This being a current sort of concern going on in present day, topical in the news anyway. Everyday communications take on a significance they never had before, and you'll learn new ways language, new ways of communicating, new ways of understanding, or being maybe intrigued what other people's take on things is, and how you've been used to seeing things, and then you sit and listen to how they see things, and you realize that it's very, very different, and yet it's taken from the same material, or so you think. So this kind of thing will strike you, and you'll be changing your attitudes. You'll be coming across new attitudes in your environment, and there is the element of the unexpected, of course, always with Uranus in everyday life, and you'll be on something of a learning curve during this transit between 2011 and 2018. So you're well over halfway through here, and for you Aquarians born in the second week, right at the end of the first week, and in the second week, you'll be feeling the presence of Uranus the strongest, because Uranus currently is at 20 to 24 degrees this month, which will of course be felt by those of you with those degrees, or pretty close to those degrees, rising. I say felt, mostly of course the whole sign will feel the influence, sort of like waves coming in and out, but it's a very favorable transit, and I would say it's opportunity for you to learn a huge amount, and for you to develop your communication skills through media, through speaking, writing, through creative self-expression in very, very, very new ways that you wouldn't have imagined that you would be doing when you set out on a certain path previously. So that's a little bit about Uranus in your sign, in coming at your sign from Aries. And on the video for Aries, in the first part of it, I speak a bit more about how Uranus operates. Now, for the rest of what's going on this month, it's very much is about your own backyard, the center of operations, or the HQ, wherever you are, whether you're at home or away. And your mental focus could very much revolve around a home base, a location, a place on the map, family matters, family connections, maybe property matters, and correspondence and discussions may be about a physical space, inside, outside. You could be considering history, you could be thinking about parents or parenting. You could be thinking about a tradition or a legacy from the past of some kind. Mercury is retrograde until the 22nd, so that might mean that there could be changes in plans, or travel delays, or just having to maybe wait to hear whether certain plans can be confirmed or not. It might be about travel, it might not, but there can be some hold-ups. So dotting the I's and crossing the T's and thinking things through a bit more thoroughly is probably what you'll end up doing or having to do. And then from the 22nd, things start accelerating and going forward start to go forward in a more predictable, as far as we can ever be predictable, even though I'm in the prediction industry, but it's one can only ever get kind of a feel for what's coming up, and you can then be a bit more confident with things going a bit more smoothly from the 22nd onwards. Now, we also have Venus at the root of your chart, so that looks like a lovely, sociable, friendly, warm, intimate energy, really helping with family relationships, encouraging a harmonious time there, or within the neighborhood, or at home, or with others that you consider family, like tribal connections or extended family. And it's also great for enjoying where you are on the map or in your space, embellishing it, making it more beautiful inside, outside, just enjoying that more, whether you're at home or away. And then From the 21st, the Sun moves and Venus move into the next place that I call the House of Fun. So then you can get your party glad rags on. And if for some of you, over this coming month from the 21st and the 24th, and it's playful, it's enjoyable, it's empowering, it helps you to feel more appreciated and maybe a bit center stage as well, and bring out that fun inner child. More there. However, Mercury will still stay in the area concerning some kind of place that you would feel at home, or maybe that you're currently at, or indeed family members. And then we have Mars retrograde all month as well, which tends to blunt some of Mars's sharpness. Mars is in a very progressive area for you, things that you've been waiting to do maybe for a long time. You're going to start to be able to get the ball rolling on those, or the ball is already rolling on those actually, and you could have quite a lot on your plate because of maybe a group of others, or friends, or others that are like you're in relationship with. So you could have quite a lot on your plate. Life becomes more demanding, or annoying even, because of everything that you've got to sort out, get done. This is the area to do with networking. It's the area to do with group efforts, group events, group gatherings. So, but it is this progressive phase as well, and teaming up. Maybe others are looking to you a little bit for your part to play, because Mars does like to initiate. Mars likes to take the decisions and lead from the front. So maybe they're looking to you for orders or whatever. And also this can be a more technologically orientated time, more burning up the wires on the internet type time, maybe organizing something or other, or getting the connections and getting your ducks in a row there, whatever. But Mars moves backwards out of there into the top of your chart, where it's about you going for your targets and your goals, and taking more responsibility, taking on more of a load there, whether they're short-term ones that you want to achieve and you want everything to go smoothly, or maybe taking the longer view on things. It's also about parents as well, but more on that next month, because that doesn't happen until the 28th. So I did say Mars is retrograde, so this tends to be, if you do have to confront somebody in a kind of maybe some kind of debate or argument going on, or you do have to challenge someone, probably not the best time to be doing it with Mars going retrograde, because as I said, Mars is sharpness is blunted, is fire is not as strong in the retrograde phase. So going at things indirectly in a strategic manner would be far better. Getting things organized, or if it's to do with groups or gatherings or friends, getting things organized in a kind of a more obliquely, more gently, more strategically, and then you get all your ducks in a row and then you're fine. Now there's Saturn, again another one in a very helpful angle to your sun sign Aquarius, and helping you to put a steady flow of energy into that group, cultivating the sorts of people that it would be materially helpful to cultivate, but also cultivating others that you're just drawn to, I suppose, and slowly finding your level in the pecking order, or in a hierarchy, or in a social circle. You Aquarians born the 31st of January to the 3rd of February, or with 12 to 16 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most this month. And Jupiter is now putting a beneficial emphasis on your joint financial area, so that means that you will feel a lessening of the load, very likely, on your shoulders, financially or regarding property, because it's like there's a shared effort going on there. And this can mean just improved conditions. If it's not about property or money, it can just mean improved conditions in a physical sense, and that's available to you because somebody else is pulling their weight there, which is helping you, and you find it easier to access goodies through a key relationship, and that's going to be transiting through there until September. You Aquarians born the 31st of January to the 2nd of February with 12 to 15 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most, and you're going to be learning a lot through sharing, and through joint interests and joint projects and joint passions, and yes, you will be learning a lot through that kind of thing. Also maybe through legacy or inheritance and money that you haven't physically earned yourself, which is coming, you know, sort of by dint of circumstance towards you. So that can mean debts, old debts due or owed. Now that could be coming up, and if they're owed to you, then you could get a windfall, even get a windfall with Jupiter here. That's the kind of thing, but you'd have to have other planets lined up in the right place to really trigger that potential in Jupiter, and hey presto, there it is. So that's it for May. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those also. If you want to check anything out, this is written up on DianaGarland.com, and that's it. I'll see you the next time.